Hi, my name's Kim Wilde and I'm taking over Rage today. I'm going to play you some of my favourite videos from music throughout my whole life. It's going to be a real walk back in time for me too, so stick with it and keep an open mind.
Hello.
The first video I'm going to play is from the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. In our house, the house of my father, Marty Wilde, an English rock and roll star, Elvis was very much God. And I remember seeing this video for the first time on TV. The black and white t-shirt. Hey, does that bring back any memories for you? It certainly does for me. Check out Kids in America, you'll see what I mean. In 1972, I was a 12-year-old girl living in Hertfordshire with my mum and dad and Ricky Wilde, my brother, and we just loved pop music. My dad had an incredible vinyl collection, and we were already big Bowie fans. We loved Hunky Dory and all the songs from that. This song, John I'm Only Dancing, I saw on the list and I thought, you know what, I haven't heard that song for ages. What a great song. I know it's recorded during the Aladdin Sane sessions, and I know you're just going to love listening to it today. I can't wait. Back in 1975, the Bay City Rollers were just huge. All the girls in the UK just loved them. And my favourite was Les McEwen. He was just gorgeous. And all the girls at school, well, we were wearing platform shoes and midi dresses and doing some line dancing to this, I think. But I just loved him. I loved all the tartan, and great to see this back on the show. Next we have the Synth Pioneers, Kraftwerk. I remember this album in my father's record collection and we put it on and I just loved it. We all loved it. My dad, you have to remember, was only sort of 20 years older than me, so he had a very young mind, although he was always associated with the 50s and being in rock and roll. But he loved modern music, and Autobahn and Kraftwerk were as modern as you got at that time, the most modern. In 1987, I found myself in the back of a stretched Cadillac listening to this song from Prince as I was looking up at New York's skyscrapers. And I just loved it. It's such a great classic song, and it reminds me of a fantastic time in my career because the year after, less than a year, my version of You Keep Me Hanging On went to #1 in America. And this song always reminds me of cruising around New York in the stretch limo, just dreaming of that #1 record. As I was growing up, there were a few singer-songwriters, female ones, that had a really big impact on me. And one of them was Carly Simon. I could mention others like Joni Mitchell and Carole King, but we're going to play a Carly Simon one now. And I remember I had this album called Boys in the Trees. That was one of my favourite Carly Simon albums. But this song, Why, wasn't on that. But it was a great single and a great song. And what a voice. What a writer. What a woman. Hi, I'm Kim Wilde and you're watching Rage. In the early 80s, I was at art college and The Clash were really one of the best bands around at the time, certainly one of my favourite, and I went to see them a couple of times. They were so cool. They sounded great live, and this album was played at all the parties that you went to. Everybody loved The Clash, and why wouldn't they? And it stood the test of time, this album. There's not really been a band like them since, is there? I remember standing in my kitchen not so many years ago, and the TV was on. There was some late night chat show that had a bit of music, and I was listening to this voice, and it was pulling me to the TV, and it was Rufus Wainwright. And I phoned up my husband, who was next door. That's the way it goes. And I said to him, "Hal, have you listened to this guy on the TV? He's fantastic." I've been a huge fan ever since. I've seen him live a few times. And I've chosen this song, Going to a Town Today, because I think it's one of the most beautiful, beautiful songs I've ever heard. And perhaps you haven't heard it, and so you should. A few years ago, I was sat in our lounge watching Glastonbury live on the TV. Fantastic. And the Fleet Foxes came on, and they sang this song, White Winter Hymnal. And I was knocked out. I thought, that's a great song. And so when I made my winter album, I included it. And I got my dad to sing it. And it sounds great. You should check it out. Hi, I'm Kim Wilde, and you're watching Rage. I think I pretty much like everything Eminem does. Never disappoints, does he? And this video, When I'm Gone, is really very emotional to watch. Really get a lump in your throat watching it, me especially. And you'll see why when you see it. Hi, I'm Kim Wilde, and you're watching Rage. I really love this next song, God and Satan by Biffy, Clyro. Just love the sound of it, and I love the message too. You know, I want to see both sides. I want to hear both sides from God and Satan. It's an interesting lyric, and the video really works too. Hi, I'm Kim Wilde, and you're watching Rage. Hey, thanks for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed my video choices. I've really enjoyed it. And I'm going to play some of my videos now. So why don't we kick off with the one that you may well remember. It's Kids in America. And hey, just check out the black and white stripy t-shirt, just like Elvis wore in Jailhouse Rock.